be a segment all about what a tarot reader would say if someone were to get a reading on you. Let's jump in. All right, y'all. So as you can see, we have 3 piles. Pile 1 will have this nice turquoise wrapped in gold foil. Pile 2 is smoky quartz. And pile 3 is this random rock that looked like a bone that my man found and he brought home to me. So go ahead and take some time to pick your pile, and I will see y'all there. Hello, pile 1. Thank you for joining me. If you chose this foil wrapped turquoise, this is your reading. All right. So, what would a tarot reader say if someone were to get a reading on you? I want to go ahead and pull from the Disney Villains deck first, and then I'll probably pull from Mystic Mondays. But I wanted to do a live pull. I know people usually have the piles pre-made, but we're doing a live pull. Go ahead and eat, Bubble. Eat your food, bubs. Okay, what would a tarot reader say about you? Cool, so we've got 3 cards from our Disney Villains tarot deck. I'm gonna go ahead and put these back now. This is our, the Disney Villains tarot deck is by Minerva Siegel with illustrations by Ali Goldwyn. And then we have the Mystic Mondays, which is by Grace Duong. Okay. Ooh. Gosh, I've had these decks packed away for so long, and I didn't even really get to use them, so they're all still, they feel brand new to me, pretty much. But, yeah. That one wanted to come out, so we'll take that. Ooh, the Magician. Okay, let me get one more, please. That one wanted to come out. Okay. All right. So we've got our tarot. Let's go ahead and pull some oracle cards. I'm going to be pulling from The Oracle of the Fairies by Karen Kay with artwork by Ginger Kelly. Okay. Ooh, that's a really good one. Put that over there. And then I'm going to also pull from Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck by Kyle Gray. I'm going to give that another shuffle. Like I said, these have been packed up for so long. Those of you who have been with me since I started, you know, like, I don't really have a lot of decks that I use. Ooh, you got 2. Okay. So it's nice to finally have access to these. We also are going to be pulling from Heal Yourself, and this is by Ina Siegel. Okay. Some of these cards are a little risque, so we're going to be careful with showing anything to anybody. Good boy, Biggie. Eat your food. Okay. All right, let's see what we got here. Nothing too risque. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what you got. From the Disney Villains Tarot deck, we got the Five of Wands in reverse. We've got the Knight of Coins in reverse. We have the Queen of Wands. And then from the Mystic Mondays, we have the Magician. We have the Four of Cups. We have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. And then from the Fairies Oracle deck, we have Wisdom. From Angels and Ancestors, we have Eagle and Drum. The Eagle may be very significant to y'all. That could be confirmation for you. So can palm trees. So can apples. Okay. And then from the Heal Yourself deck, we have Wild. And I absolutely love this card. Look at her dress. It is so pretty. Okay. And then we have Sadness. We have quite a few fives out here. I feel like y'all have faced a lot of challenges. But if anything, it has definitely turned you into the Magician. And I feel like with the Eagle Spirit, see from a higher perspective, as well as Drum, which is dream and journey. I feel like you have been able to go through these high magnitude earthquake-like emotional situations. And some of them could have even like veered past emotional and went into, physical territory, unfortunately. We're not going to get too deep into that, but I feel like this pile is my pile that has gone through the dark with nothing but a little tiny light to guide them. I feel like y'all have gone through the trenches and you made it out on the other side like this Magician here. Like this woman who is so zen in this Four of Cups card. You can see that she's meditating on one of the cups. And instead of rejecting the lessons that have been placed in front of her, she's definitely drinking and imbibing everything in. And she is learning what she's supposed to learn rather than continuously going through the same fucking bullshit. We have the Knight of Coins in reverse next to the Five of Wands in reverse. And I feel like with that, you're not in competition with anybody but yourself, and you're not going to let anybody stop you. We have the Queen of Wands out here. I feel like y'all are very confident. And unfortunately, with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like a lot of people can misconstrue this as arrogance. And while you may offer quite a bit of wisdom, I feel crone energy here. You may not necessarily look like the crone, or you may not be someone who is in their elderly years. However, you do have parting wisdom from the situations that you have been in, and from observing situations that other people are in that you could totally offer. You're able to see things from a higher perspective. And, I feel like you see the journey. You see how life is a journey and it's not necessarily a race. And that's another reason why a tarot reader would feel that you're not necessarily in competition with anybody. I feel like whoever would be asking about you in particular, I feel like they want to see you in this sadness. I feel like they want to see you in this wild state. And in fact, I feel like the Queen of Wands situation, I feel like you could be very attractive, right? And so it could be easy for onlookers, even those who may actually know you, not saying that they know you to the core, but those who are within your presence on an almost daily basis. I feel like, a lot of them can say that you're an attractive being. However, a lot of them don't necessarily know who you are, and a lot of them do feel like you may rely on those looks in order to get by, and that, this wisdom that you're trying to offer is not really going to, they feel it's not going to help them in the long run, and unfortunately, they feel that you were just super wild, and it almost feels like a lot of the things that had happened to you, they feel were well deserved because you were leading this wild life, because while the Queen of Wands is attractive, she could be super fun, she could be super bubbly, she could be a social butterfly, the life of the party. And I feel like while you do have those aspects to you, you are also the magician. And I feel like that is heavily overlooked. People often see you as this party girl, and they see you as someone who may be stuck in sadness, even if that's not necessarily the case. I feel it may look like you have this party animal spirit because you do relax a lot. I feel like some of y'all may even go on vacation quite often, especially with the palm trees and, her meditating on the beach. I feel like you at least know how to go on vacation in your mind. Even if it's a staycation at home, you are able to find balance within that and recalibrate your inner self. I want to go ahead and read this wisdom card. Have you ever been told that you're wise beyond your years? Now is the time to call upon your inner fairy wisdom to help you with a challenge. And I feel like, especially with this guiding light here, it's so small, right? I feel like y'all could possibly have a connection to the fae. I feel like, or some sort of fairies, they could be brownies, they could be whomever, they could be Selkie, whomever. But I feel like, and birds, because there's an owl in this wisdom card, and then we have the eagle out here. But I feel like it's really easy for others to overlook you and not necessarily see you as someone who brings much to the table other than a good time. I just heard Good Time Girl by Sofi Tukker. And it's unfortunate that people see you this way because, again, you're not necessarily in competition with anyone but yourself, but I feel like especially other women, I don't really see many men out here other than the Knight of Pentacles and the Knight of Coins, which is essentially the same card. It came out twice. So I kind of feel like this is like those in particular who are asking about you don't necessarily have the best intentions for you in the first place. And so it's possible that a tarot reader might not even shed light on how much you bring to the table, because the tarot reader can also see the energy that this person is bringing to the reading, the energy of I'm in competition with them. Again, whether it's male or female, I feel like there is a lot of competitive energy here, and you are being shielded, and I feel like you don't even realize this. I feel like you don't even realize how many people are getting readings on you, if not watching collective readings in regards to you, or pick-a-piles in regards to you. I feel like you're very, very popular, even though it seems like, you do have to go about recharging and recalibrating. This is my pile that is filled with omniverts. This is my pile that could probably go to a party and they can talk to just about anybody and they can hang. But at the same time, those who feel intimidated by this pile, they may see that charisma, that charm, they may see that as fake. I feel like the Queen of Wands, unfortunately, often gets a bad rap. And I feel like people can see surface level you. They definitely see how attractive you are, but they can't see what you bring through a lens of a higher perspective. And honestly, especially with the Knight of Coins in reverse coming out here twice, especially if these are men, I feel like they're missing out. They are absolutely missing out. Because this isn't just, what the query is inquiring, obviously. This is what a tarot reader sees about you. Now, again, I feel like, oh, and there's a lantern here too. A little guiding light. Little guiding light. I feel like this is also my pile of skeptics. I definitely feel that way. I feel like there can be like some inner confusion about whether or not, spirituality can coincide with real life and how it plays a part and how you would look if you were to embrace any sort of spiritual aspects. I feel like on that same token, you do need to give yourself a little more credit. Because again, I see that you have been through a lot of adversity. And you can potentially be a guiding light for other people, especially when it comes to facing their own discrepancies and obstacles and problems. And you could offer that wisdom, but they have to be willing to accept it. It's the whole, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't force them to drink. This could also be my pile, especially with the Magician out here. This could also be my pile of spiritual individuals who are highly spiritual, who are more than likely doing their own tarot readings on themselves and just wanted to click this for entertainment, because it feels like y'all have got shit on lock. Like, again, I'm not going to say that you've had it easy, because again, I do see that you have come across a lot of obstacles and a lot of challenges and again, a lot of adversity. But I see that you also came out on top each time. I see that you were able to turn this adversity into another tool for your tool belt. In some way, shape, or form. No matter what the circumstance, you were able to find the silver lining or create it. And again, I feel like with those who don't overlook you, I feel like you're able to inspire them to dream again and to be open to being more so present in the journey rather than just trying to get through the week and praying for Friday. I feel like y'all are a pile of self-mastery. And again, you could be on either end of the spectrum. You could be skeptical of spirituality, or you could be highly spiritual. Whichever it is, keep believing in yourself, y'all, because you're working magic here. You are a magician. And those who just, see you as this wild party animal, it's unfortunate because they don't see this eagle spirit. They don't see this owl spirit that you have lurking within you. They don't see that you could offer them tools for their own tool belts. You can help them through their own journey. And you could be a guiding light for them too. It's easier to see you as the wild girl than it is to see you as the guiding light. It's easier to, you notice when I picked up this card, I immediately noticed how her dress was just absolutely beautiful. But I didn't notice the lantern. I feel like that's kind of how your energy is. Okay? I feel like, and then we have the two apples here. One is poison, the other one she's just holding and it's not poisoned. I feel like people often might see you giving advice to others and may wonder if what you're saying is true or if it's snake oil or, you know, if you're somehow poisoning other people's minds or spirits. I'm hearing that you just definitely see things from a different point of view than a lot of people. But again, I didn't notice this lantern until later on in the reading. And I feel like that's how people can see you. Okay? They don't notice the lantern right away, but when you do, you see all the little lights, all the little hints, all the little Easter eggs that have been there the whole time. And they were offered. But again, you can lead a horse to water, but you cannot force it to drink. All right, y'all, if you chose this smoky quartz, hello, pile 2, this one is for you. So we are going to be going over what a tarot reader would say to a query about you. And that's if they do spill all of the beans, right? Because, of course, a tarot reader is going to see a lot more than they lead on sometimes, especially if you're dipping into someone else's energy. We don't share everything. This is also why I don't do personals. But anyway, let's dive in. So first I'm going to pull from the Disney Villains Tarot deck, and that is by Minerva Siegel with illustrations by Miss Ellie Goldwyn. So let's go ahead and pull from that. I want to get 3 cards. Let's see. Hi, Lulu. Hey, pretty girl. What would a tarot reader say about our pile 2? Oops, I'm not taking those. What would a tarot reader say about pile 2? All right. Interesting. Let's go ahead and pull from the Mystic Mondays, and that is by Grace Duong. May I get 3 more tarot cards, please? What would a tarot reader say about my wonderful pile 2? Interesting, you got more than pile 1. Ooh, okay, I see what's going on here. I see. All right, let's go ahead and pull from the Oracle of the Fairies, and that is by Karen Kay with artwork by Ginger Kelly. What would a tarot reader tell the query about pile 2? Oh, again, more than the first pile. Okay, cool. So we'll put those. Ooh, I knew it. You guys are highly protected. But we'll put these over here. And let's go ahead and get a couple, or one rather, from Angels and Ancestors by Kyle Gray. I got this deck from my mom. Shout out to my mom. Thank you. I love it. I haven't been able to use it. It's been packed away this entire time. And she got it for me like back in I want to say 2022. Okay. So you put these here. And we are also going to pull from Heal Yourself Oracle by Emma Siegel. Sorry if y'all can hear my dishwasher. It should be done soon. Okay. Ooh, I like that. All right, y'all. Let's see. Ooh, you got 3. Okay. No way. You may have messages in pile 1. Because pile 1 got sadness as well, but let's go ahead and go through the rest of the cards. Only go if you feel called. Okay, so for tarot from Disney Villains, we got Queen of Cups reverse. Look at Ursula. I had the urge to say what a cunt, so I feel like these people, y'all don't like each other. We got the Queen of Swords in reverse. We got the 9 of Swords in reverse. Now, from the Mystic Mondays, we have the 10 of Pentacles. We have the Lovers. We have the Ace of Wands. I feel like it is so hot and steamy for y'all right now. We also got the 4 of Wands. Like, come on. Come on. I feel like there is a lot of gossip centering around you, and a tarot reader would pick up on that. They would pick up on a lot of haterade energy up in this bitch. Okay, so from the Fairy Oracle, we got Journey in reverse, and we've got Protection. Y'all are highly protected, and I also feel like that could be one of the reasons why you picked Smoky Quartz. I feel like your energy is highly elusive, and it could be hard for even a tarot reader to read it. It can be masked. I feel like you're able to, I don't want to go as far as to say that you're a chameleon soul, but you know how to cloak your energy when need be. And you know how to handle those who don't necessarily have the best intentions for you. We have Lord, and this is from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle cards by Kyle Gray. We have from the Heal Yourself reading, their Oracle cards, Rejection. I just heard the Rejection by Dangerous Muse. Stop trying. I don't want you. You don't want to. Stop trying. You want me? Well, I want to dance. We got Sadness. Then we got number 25, Alchemy in reverse. Y'all, right off the bat, like, I can tell that with the 10 of Pentacles, the Lovers, the Ace of Wands, the 4 of Wands, if you do not have a great, stable foundation in terms of your finances, your relationship, even your sex life, because hello, we got the Ace of Wands out here. I feel like y'all are fucking on fire right now, you and your partner. We got the fucking pink flamingos for the Lovers. Come on. I feel like your shit is just popping right now. Like, your money is great, your love life is great, if you're working, your job is great. Like, shit just feels amazing. However, I feel like this isn't what the tarot reader would necessarily disclose to these queers, because 9 times out of 10, when they're asking about you, it's because they want to know if you're in these phases, if you've been rejected, if you're sad, if the alchemy that they tried to send your way, if it worked, but it's not working. It's not working. But the tarot reader might not tell them that. The tarot reader might glaze over that and say, yeah, it looks like, they could have had an argument on, I don't know, Friday. We got the Nine of Swords in reverse out here, but I think they got over it. And when the queries hear that, we have the Queen of Cups in reverse and the Queen of Swords in reverse. They're just fucking irate. And I feel like they project a lot of these qualities of the Queen of Swords in reverse and the Queen of Cups in reverse onto you. I feel like they don't understand how you have these finances, this job, this seemingly stable, seemingly perfect life. It looks like the white picket fence to them, even if it's not. It feels like they're trying to keep up with the Joneses with you. I feel like with the Lord out here, it says take charge with authority. I feel like you already do that. And I feel like you have taken charge of your life. And I feel like you've been living life in the fast lane. So much so, individuals have no idea how you made it to this Ten of Pentacles, Four of Wands energy. You couldn't have done it unless you cheated your way to the top or you fucked your way to the top. That's how these sorts of individuals feel. You are highly protected, though. And a tarot reader would, again, gently glaze over the truth. Like, yeah, they're still together. Yeah, they may have had an argument, but it seems like they're doing okay. The tarot reader's not going to be like, oh yeah, they're getting dick down every night. Oh yeah, they're rolling in the dough. Like, no. A tarot reader, an ethical one, would know better. I feel like a tarot reader would be able to tell that a lot of the individuals... Ooh, it just started to... The wind just picked up. It looks like it's about to rain. I feel like the tarot reader would pick up that these individuals don't necessarily have the best intents, that they themselves are very chaotic and they have this whirlwind of emotions going on within that they're continuously projecting onto you. And the wind is over, just like that. But nonetheless, the journey, it just doesn't make sense to them, and the tarot reader isn't going to be here to clarify it to them, okay? They don't need to know shit about your journey. They really don't. But I can tell that you've got it good right now. I want to read these cards to you. So we got journey. That was in reverse. It's time to prepare for a journey. It may be impromptu or planned. Either way, make sure you're ready when the time comes. Pack your passport now. And this is what it looks like. The hair, excuse me, baby girl, that is enough. Thank you. The hair and flamingos could be important symbolism to you. If you want to comment down below what they mean, please do. I'm just kind of glazing over this myself. So we got the journey in reverse, and we also got protection over that. The fairies of protection are shielding you with a magic fairy ring of love and light. Practice psychic protection before embarking upon any spiritual work. I feel like you could already be doing this. And again, that is exactly why you picked the smoky quartz. It's like you subconsciously knew. But I feel like these individuals, these could be two separate feminine energies who just keep inquiring about you. I feel like one is younger and she's just really emotionally immature. She could be, a mother of some sort. And then another one is older. She could be in her 50s or her 60s. She knows better, but she's just a straight up hater. I feel like she's very conservative. You will know who I'm talking about. You will know. I feel like religion plays a huge aspect in this. especially with the Lord out here. I just heard the Lord, our Savior, Jesus Christ. Y'all could be, followers of Christ, and that's totally okay, but I feel like this also has to do with, again, the projections of these individuals and how they have their preconceived religious constructs and how those don't seem to align with your own spiritual compass, your moral compass, right? And it just seems askew to them. It seems askew. And they feel like the way you're worshiping the Lord, it's not how you should be worshiping the Lord. But I don't know. I feel like it looks like you're doing everything right here. Especially if you manifest, it looks like you're manifesting the hell out of your life. Again, you could have messages in pile 1, and this could just be a little more confirmation for you. I feel like the hair in particular, again, is confirmation. The flamingos, confirmation. Look up the symbolism. With the alchemy in reverse and then rejection and sadness, I also feel like y'all know that a lot of shit could be sent your way, and so you are staying protected. You are cleansing. You are ensuring that you have all of your guards up, right? You could be carrying smoky quartz, and that could be why you chose it. You could need some smoky quartz. Go ahead and go grab some. But yeah, I feel like y'all are just fucking doing great, and I feel like a tarot reader honestly would not share too much about you. I feel they would definitely glaze over the truth because they can tell that these querents, don't necessarily have the best intentions. And they're probably asking about your downfall. And if they were to hear that you weren't going through some bullshit, they'd fucking flip a lid. Nonetheless, with journey and protection, I also feel like no matter what, you will always be relocated, or those who keep fucking with you will be relocated so you don't have to deal with them. Okay? So just bear that in mind. You are highly protected, and it's for a reason. I feel like you should really explore that. I feel like you could do a lot for your community, especially with the Four of Wands and the Ace of Wands. And maybe you already do. Maybe with the Lovers and the Ten of Pentacles, y'all... But I don't see the Six of Pentacles, but it is possible that y'all could give to charity, or maybe that's just an idea. But I feel like y'all are very financially well off. Very much so. And so, with that, maybe it would be best to kind of give back to your community. But remember, these energies of the Queen of Cups in reverse and the Queen of Swords in reverse, these energies that they're projecting onto you, trying to say that you're manipulative, emotionally unstable, that you're cold, you're cunning, calculated, all of the things that these queens in reverse would be. A lot of these things that they keep projecting onto you is because they're afraid that they themselves are that. And they are. They are. I feel like these are the same people who desperately try to look like good people and will continuously tell you about why they're good people and need that outside validation. And so seeing you in a relationship and seeing how you're just glowing, you and your partner, how you two are doing things financially that they probably would never be able to do. It pisses them off, and I get that, but at the same time, it seems like these individuals have a lot of inner work that they need to do that they're just not ready to face, and you don't have to deal with that, which is why your protection seems to be through relocation. If you haven't been relocated yet, you're gonna be. It's happening. I want to pull to kind of talk more about the relocation. I want to pull a couple more from the Mystic Mondays. I'm a little curious. I want a little bit of clarification there. Princess of Cups. I feel like, oh my gosh. And then we got the Six of Cups in reverse and the Magician in reverse. Okay. I see what's going on. Again, these could be some mother figures for y'all. If they are, I am very sorry. But if you have not been relocated yet, you will be. I feel like y'all are definitely sugar babies of the universe, as the Cosmic Intuitive says. I feel like it's the whole you want it, you got it. Like, you will be okay no matter what. Just ask. You want to be relocated? You want to go work somewhere else? Just ask. You want to stop working? Just ask. Y'all are highly protected. I feel like y'all are also in that energy of, you don't have to like me, but you will respect me. And a lot of individuals, this can rub them the wrong way, and they can think of you as an ice queen because of it, or they can feel rejected because of it. But you have taken charge of your life, and you are an authority figure. Shoo! Whatever fucked up shit they're trying to send your way, it's not working. Because again, the universe loves you. This was a great reading. I am happy for you. I am going to go ahead and move on to pile 3. Later, y'all. Hello, pile 3. If you chose this rock that looks like a bone, you are in the right place. Welcome, welcome. I am going to pull from the Disney Tarot deck first, and this is by Minerva Siegel with illustrations by Ellie Goldwyn. Okay. What would a tarot reader say about my lovely pile 3, if anything, to those who make an inquiry? What would they say to my pile 3? What would they not say about my pile 3, but be able to pick up in terms of energy? Ooh, okay. Throw that down. I'd like a couple more, please. All right, thank you. Ooh, okay, that's quite a bit. Thank you. Cool. Let's give ourselves some room then. And since these all came out together, I'm going to keep them together. Okay. I'm going to now pull from the Mystic Mondays, and that's by Miss Grace Duong. Hey, cutie. What you doing? Being cute. Huh. Okay. Let me get a couple more, please. Actually, I want 4. Something tells me I want 4 altogether, so give me 3 more. 3. Oh, there's 2 more. Okay, cool. Okay. And now I'm going to pull from the Fairy or Oracle of the Fairies by Miss Karen Kay with artwork by Ginger Kelly. I love this deck. I think it is so pretty. I love being able to collect the decks for the art. I love the art. Ooh, okay. Okay, what would a tarot reader say about you? Now we're going to pull from the Heal Yourself Oracle deck, and that is by Miss Ina Siegel. Okay, ooh, this came out in pile 1, so you may be from pile 1. I feel like you are the skeptic, and you're just curious. So welcome, welcome. Okay, and I'm also going to pull from Angels and Ancestors by Mr. Kyle Gray. I actually want this on this side. There we go. Ooh, okay. Hermit. Fun. Let's see what we got. So far, for tarot from Disney Villains, we have the Two of Wands in reverse. We have Death in reverse. We have the Three of Wands in reverse, the Hanged Man, and the Two of Coins. I just tasted chicken tenders and ranch, so maybe you're eating chicken tenders and ranch. I don't know why I tasted that. Maybe I'm just craving that. If you're not eating that, carry on with your day. Okay. From the Mystic Mondays deck, we have the Knight of Wands in reverse, the Two of Pentacles in reverse again. This one's upright. This one's in reverse. Both are doing figure eights. We have the Hermit. We have the Hermit out here twice, y'all. We have the Six of Pentacles in reverse. We have Believe in Magic in reverse. We have the Hermit. Retreat and Recharge. And we have Wild, number 15 in reverse. I feel like you could be coming from pile 1. You could definitely have messages in pile 1. And I feel like this is for those who are the skeptics of pile 1. So with the Two of Wands in reverse and Death in reverse, Three of Wands in reverse, the Hanged Man, and Two of Coins, I feel like you are being called to look at things from both sides of the coin. And I feel like the person who would be asking about you would be someone who either really loves you or really cares about you. I feel there's a feminine energy who wants to get closer to you, or a masculine energy that wants to get closer to you, but nah, I feel like it's feminine. There's a feminine energy trying to get closer to you. One of which you are keeping at arm's length because she's into that woo-woo shit. So let's go ahead and see what the tarot reader would tell her about you. I feel like the tarot reader would tell her that you're not necessarily, especially with Death in reverse, you're not necessarily ready to embark on the journey that would lead you to believing in quote-unquote magic, that would have you wanting to seek out curiosity of spiritual sorts. I don't want to touch on religion because I feel like the Querent, they're not religious. I feel they're more spiritual. But I still feel that you, the one who's being read, I feel that even if it is something spiritual and it doesn't lean into religion, you're skeptical and it's hard for you to see both sides of the coin. It's hard for you to swing to the other side of the branch with the hangman and actually look at the world for what it is. I feel like there are a lot of magical moments that happen around you. And it's easier for you to either explain something away in your noggin and try to rationalize it, even if it can't be rationalized, including emotions. I feel like this is my pile who tries really hard to avoid anything having to do with feminine energy unless it's to essentially bed them with the Knight of Wands in reverse. I feel like it's easier for you to juggle two people than it is to get deep with one. I feel like you really could use some time to hermit, to retreat and recharge, and to get to know yourself a little better. I feel with the Six of Pentacles in reverse that you feel the world hasn't exactly been fair to you, and you haven't received what you deserve. I feel almost like a sense of entitlement. If you want to click off, but this is what she would, the tarot reader would tell her, okay? This is a lot. But I feel like you feel like there's this sense of entitlement within yourself that you don't necessarily recognize, and that the world owes you something. This could be my incel pile, or my pile of really young men. And I feel like you are stringing this girl along. Lulu, that is enough. I feel like with Wild in reverse, this person who is asking about you, you feel like they're crazy because they believe in these sorts of things. Then we have Believe in Magic in reverse. Open your eyes and see the magic that's all around in nature. The Fairy of the Northern Lights says you are part of nature, so you are magical too. And I feel like it's really hard for you to wrap your mind around this, especially with the Three of Wands in reverse. Look at this. It's a cauldron. I feel it just seems like way too woo-woo for you to even go down that path. And I'm not here to be the one to steer you down that path either. If you would rather be in Knight of Wands in reverse energy, and it's easier for you to juggle two individuals who want to stay in a connection that is surface level than it is to connect with someone else. And Luna, that is enough. It is to connect with someone else who is deeply wanting to connect with you, and who, it seems like she's pretty deep herself. I mean, her energy is cloaked for the most part. I'm not gonna lie. It seems like she is pretty deep into this woo-woo shit, as you call it. I feel like she definitely believes in magic. And I feel like with that, you could be dating pile one, or you could have dated pile one. And I feel like the need for reasoning and the need for logic and the need to constantly correct this girl, I feel like that could be what drove her away. And obviously not like getting deeper into things. It all, again, just feels very shallow and surface level. And anything that goes deeper, that goes into the depths, with death in reverse here, anything that has to do with really looking at yourself and who you are, it scares you. And I don't blame you. If you are just looking for surface level shit, this is not the place for you. And I don't have the time to be reading these sorts of energies. I think I'm gonna just close this one here. You know what? No, let's get some advice. What is some advice that the divine would like to give the querent in regards to what this person, or what the querent should do in regards to this person? I am going to pull from Heal Yourself. So we have soulmate in reverse. Look at that. He's a ghost. I feel like it's easier for you to ghost people than it is to actually connect with them. Have faith in reverse. Others who have faith, I feel like you do look down on people like that. Victim consciousness. And again, you feel the world just owes you something. And yet you project this onto others and say those who follow these sorts of constructs have a victim consciousness. And that's how they pretty much explain away a lot of the situations that they've been through. And yet you haven't even embarked on the journey to dig deep and understand what you've been through. Because I feel like you have been through a lot. But the world doesn't owe you. And I think it's time to go within and see why you have this feeling of entitlement, of victim consciousness, of a lack of faith, not only in yourself, apparently, but in others, because I feel like there's like heavy like nihilism here. Like nothing matters, nobody matters. Like I feel like you have been through some shit, and I don't blame you for feeling this way, but you cannot project that onto other people. That's not okay. And just because you don't believe in yourself and you don't believe in others, like that's a you problem. I don't even know why you're here and still watching, but nonetheless, soulmate in reverse, if you are stringing this person along, let them go and leave them alone. Have faith in reverse. You don't have to have faith. Just leave this person asking about you alone. Because Six of Pentacles in reverse, like what you're doing isn't fair and it's not reciprocal. You didn't plan on being reciprocal. You planned on, again, juggling. And you didn't plan on having something deeper with this individual. So I almost feel like you were brought here so that you could just kind of like go ghost and leave this person alone. Though I do believe you should give them closure. If you left this person's life, like, you would be doing them a favor. If none of this pertains to you and you just stuck around to listen to me rant at this person, I am sorry, but that energy, we have the bone here and we had death. It's time to look within and make some mega changes. Okay? You don't have to be spiritual. You don't have to be religious to be a good person, to have a moral compass. And the energy that I just tapped into, I did not like it. And it felt very dirty and grimy and gross. So I'm gonna go cleanse.
It helps the speaker lead his audience into
Bye.